No, this is exactly why you have no friends.
Look, some gal killed a bunch of people at the mall last night.
Holy shit. Another shady side tragedy. Fits the narrative, right?
Sarah Fear's back.
Christ, not you too.
There's no angry, dead witch. The only thing that made him go crazy is this town.
The dude was wearing a Halloween skull mask. How is that not fun? Guys, I think there's someone in the woods.
We're together for one night and dead people are trying to kill us. Maybe we are doomed.
She was so sexy, but so crazy.
Normal bitches don't bleed black blood.
How do we not die? I'm looking at you, witch nerd.
You can't stop it.
Welcome back to On the Slab, and as you can see, it's a very different episode this evening. My partner in crime, in the Dynamo Kelly, is taking a few weeks off, so we're bringing some special guests in today, this week, and for the next few weeks. As you can see, I have the Princess of Peril beside me, Kerry King. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. This is very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is new for me. This is new for Kerry. So go easy on her. You can give me all the shit you want, but go easy on her because it's our first time kind of in front of the camera. So thanks for doing this with me today.
No problem. It'll be fun.
I hope so. So we decided we were going to start watching horror movies together about what? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it 2 years?
Around that, yeah.
Because Kerry was very interested in the kind of films that me and her mother were interested in. So I said, what was the first one I showed you? Texas?
I think so, yeah.
I said, what better way to show her a horror film than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? You're saying Parenting 101. It's done right, I think.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's not a case that we would show Kerry overly gore if she didn't want to see it. It's a case of all the films, and anyone that watches this show knows I'm an old school film fan, and I'm not hugely into no need like overdoing gore. I'm not into that. So I started introducing Kerry to the films that I like and her mother likes, and that's how we're starting to this. And we're going to start reviewing the little reviews, because Miss Evelyn don't really review them as such, but we're going to kind of do little mini reviews on films. But what we did do was, and we watched a film that both of us hadn't ever watched together. And what was the film?
Fear Street.
And where was that on?
Netflix.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, before we go into that, tell me some of your favorite horror films. Now, you haven't watched a hell of a lot yet. But what you have watched, what have you enjoyed?
I enjoyed Scream a lot. That was fun. Not fun, but
It was fun.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. That was quite good as well.
What did you like about that?
Just like everything. I liked the house. I liked how that was like decorated and stuff. Like how they made it for the film.
Yeah, it's very dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what else have you watched? American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, I like that.
I think you wanted to watch that a few times with me, didn't you?
Yeah.
We'll have to start looking at other werewolf films. What do you think?
Yeah.
So, do we wreck your head with all the horror?
No, I found it fun.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well then, yeah, we decided we'd look at it. Now we'd watch this together, not to review it as such, but the opportunity came up for us to do now a podcast together, and the Princess of Peril, quite gladly decided to help me out. So we're going to just talk a little bit about Fear Street Part 1, and we're going to do Part 2 and 3 in separate videos. So, because they're 3 very different films, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the 2 we've seen so far, I mean, they're coming out weekly on Netflix. I think they run for I think the first one was about an hour and 20 or so.
Yeah.
Didn't seem too laborious. It was nice. It was a nice fast pace, and so I was thinking, like, this is the kind of, it's classed as a teen slasher, you know, so it'd be the kind of thing that would, like, Kerry would be into. Me, not so much. Initially, I'm looking at it like, oh god, no, it's bright, it's fluorescent and all this kind of shit. But we went in watching it together, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it, I must say. Give me a little bit of background on the film, if you can.
It was basically based off the R.L. Stine book Fear Street.
Right.
And it's about, like, this curse on a town called Shadyside, and there's this witch called Sarah Fear. So she basically got hung in 1966 because
1966 or
no,
1666?
1666 in the witch trials, and now she curses. So there's a curse on that town now, and she, like, tries to get revenge on the town.
Yeah, and how she comes back in this one is, there's one of the girls, they're at to been playing pranks on each other. We're not going into the film fully. They're at to been, like, there's Sunnyvale and Shadyside, so they're quite like rival towns.
Yeah.
Kind of like Springfield and Shelbyville.
Yeah.
Right. to you know, to give people an idea, and so it's, you know, this kind of college rivalry, and I think they were going to be playing each other in a football game or something.
Yeah.
And so then, of course, both sides are niggling at each other, and they start playing kind of very vicious pranks on each other. But one of the main characters is what's her name, the girl?
Dina.
Yeah, she is going out with the cheerleader from the other town.
Yeah.
And they're having some sort of issue, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, they broke up in the movie at the start of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think Dina went to try and talk to her, and what's the other girl's name? Can you remember the other girl's name?
Matt, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, so she was having none of it, and then the guy that Max was kind of seeing,
yeah,
he was giving Dina a bit of jip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then she is a bit of a hothead.
Yeah.
Dina. So she what was it? She threw something at the car, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a cooler or something.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, of course. Their bus was going off.
Yeah.
And Dina gets the cooler and throws it out. At the car, thinking it's just gonna, like, soak the car or whatever. But no, what happens to the car?
Runs off the road into the forest.
Yes. And here's where it gets very interesting. As Max, is getting out of the car, she crawls on this kind of red
moss.
It's weird. Looks lovely, actually.
Yeah.
But by doing that, she inadvertently disturbs the grave of Sarah Fear, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And so that's how this all kicks off. So, we have 3, I think, is it 3 antagonists in this? 3 people after them?
Yeah.
In the first one?
I think they all end up going after her.
Yeah. But the first main kind of villain is a guy in a hood and a skull mask. He's very cool looking, and we found out that the Scream series was based on these Fear Street books, so you can see a lot of similarities in Scream and the first one, can't you? Yeah. So this killer's going around killing kids. I think starts off in a shopping mall, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a couple of them get knocked off by this lad. But then another guy is coming after. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm skipping ahead there. There's they're looking for Max,
Yeah.
because she's disturbed the grave of Sarah Fear. So they're trying to find her. It's almost like the Terminator or something, you know.
Yeah.
And so there's a hooded man, a big hooded man, who was another killer, and then there's the girl who sings.
Yeah.
Right. So there's these three, kind of apparitions, or what would you say? You know, I suppose henchmen of Sarah Fear sent off to kill the person who disturbed her grave, and they'll stop at nothing to kill whoever that was, and they know who it is, so they're now trying to kill her. And excuse me, how does it go from there?
Basically, they just are on the run from the killers, and they have to find a way to stop the curse.
And I think they figure out that they have to reunite her. The body, or rebury.
No, basically, how they have to kill Max to stop the curse.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But they don't really kill her as such, do they?
Not really.
They kind of pump her full of drugs.
Yeah.
Like,
the drugs wouldn't work because she kept throwing them up. But then they actually ended up having to drown her in a lobster tank.
Ew. Fishy. Yeah, they like, because it was looking. Yeah, of course there was. I mean, we don't want to give too much away in case you haven't seen it, but there's a couple of nice kills in it, you know, in terms of. And now Kerry knows it's all not real, you know. Like, I know she's 14, but she's been around special effects most of her life because her mammy was a very whiz at special effects, so she knows what. And there's just some really good gory kills in this, actually. And I was pleasantly surprised, because now I was thinking to myself, oh god, this is going to be another fucking Kerry film that I've no interest in. But it was actually very good, enjoyable, you know, and a little bit refreshing from kind of. I hate modern horror.
Yeah.
And there's a few exceptions, and you know, this was good now.
Yeah.
I have to say, what did you think of it overall? Give me a little bit of a review of it in your words now.
I thought it was quite enjoyable. Like, I thought the kills were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one with the bread saw.
Yeah.
Where a woman gets pushed in.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was mad. But I know we're giving it away, but it's on Netflix, like, so you'll get to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I say, it's going to be a short video because we're going to do the three of them, you know, and so this one was called Fear Street 1994. So obviously it's based in 1994. The second one is 1978, which shows you how the killer with the hood came about. And then the final one, which is not out yet, well, probably by the time we review the second one, the third one will be out.
Yeah.
And the third one is about 1966. See what you have me saying? 1666. Okay, and that'll show you the origin of Sarah Fear. So we're looking for, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most, because I love all that kind of 1600s, 1700s, and I can't wait for that. So I hope you enjoyed doing this little video with me today.
It was quite fun.
Yeah, well, we do on the Slab reviews here for Slabs and Meat. So Ian, this is dedicated to you, my man. I hope the Princess of Peril does you proud. So, for my amount of slabs of meat out of 5, I will give this 3 out of 5. And the reason I didn't give a 5 was, well, there's no real reason as such. It's good, but it's not memorable. You know, it's not a classic, but it's enjoyable. So 3 out of 5 for me is an enjoyable amount of meat, I suppose you could say. Can you give me your slab rating?
Probably about 4 out of 5 slabs of meat.
Why would you give a 4?
Probably the same reason as you. It was quite enjoyable, but it wasn't as memorable.
Right. So you wanted 4, I wanted 3. Will we meet in the middle and say 3.5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Right. So on the slabs review is 3.5 slabs of meat.
Yay!
Listen, as I said, we were trying something new today. let us know what you think. Kerry's going to do another couple with me, aren't you?
Yeah.
And she might get the bug for it, and she might do her own. You never know. But for now, I just want to say thanks very much for watching and listening to On the Slab. And hey, who better to do a podcast with than my own little Princess of Peril, huh?
Oh,
Yeah?
thank you.
No problem. So guys, you know yourself, we're on the Dynamo Podcast Network. We have an amazing range of shows on the podcast network. You have stuff about football, wrestling, music, which is my thing, and now you have horror, and you've also Retrotainment, which is like our sister show. Greg was on with me last week from Retrotainment, so shout out to the boys. Shout out to everybody on the DPN, because we're all doing this for you people, so you can enjoy some quality podcasts. Right, so we will leave it at that for now, and I would like to thank again my co-host Kerry King.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We will do it again, won't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So for now, we're getting off this slab and we are going. See you later, folks. Take care.
Bye.